Croeso nôl, muy bon dias, and welcome back to another potentially riveting episode of the Finca Ymdrech Diaries. Well, it's deepest winter here at the Finca. We're, I don't know, about 2 weeks away from the shortest day. I'm supposed to be working on the house. We decided that the house needed to take sort of priority over the garden this year. But the garden is a mess, so I need to do some maintenance work and tidying up and one thing and another. We've left it go, to be honest, between my back and being so busy in the house. Then the garden is pretty much a jungle. So high management has planted some garlic and some potatoes, but basically the garden is is in a state of neglect, shall we say. These are onions. They were going great guns, but we've had quite a lot of insect damage to them. Big empty patches here. And there, caterpillars had them all. Our potatoes seem to be quite slow. So we got some potatoes in these beds as well. But generally speaking, as you can see, the garden is a mess. I did clear this one yesterday, so I'm gonna clear this bed today, and see, all our pepper beds have finished, so I'm gonna get all the greenery out of there and chip them for composting. I think before I do anything, there's quite a few pepper dews left, so I'm going to harvest these first. Well, that's a complication. I've already harvested what I thought was my I've already gathered what I thought was my total harvest of pepper dews this year and pickled them, but I seem to have got quite a few more, so no prizes for guessing what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. They're not all brilliant quality, but you know, I better go and process them. The worst thing about these peppers is before pickling you've got to clean them out. So I've last time I used a teaspoon and a knife. This time I made a gadget. Frida! Enough!
Coming out of bed? TV or bed?
The Ugly Sisters and I are out for a morning walk. Sun's only just beginning to come up. We're in for another nice day, I think. I'm already sweating. Never mind, prefer this than the weather in the UK at the minute. You know, that's my morning walk view. I'm ready to take my hat off, and possibly my shirt will be next. And we've got 10 days away from the shortest day now. My garden is still a work of fiction. Between me going to Spanish lessons and helping my neighbours yesterday with a car breakdown, and today I've got to take some neighbours to the big city to buy some bits for the solar panels, and tomorrow's in school again. Then the days are just whizzing by. But it's nice to be busy, and it's nice to be busy when there's no rain running down your neck. Tidying of the garden is ongoing, very much at a snail's pace, but me being me, just to give myself a bit of pressure, I bought some plants this morning in the market. Got some garlics to plant, some strawberry plants, some onions, or cebolla as they're known here, and fresca strawberries. Obviously nobody's going to take Spanish lessons with me. Got some beans, broad beans, or far as my grandfather used to call them in Welsh. I'm not sure what they call in Spanish. And some brassicas. So I got 5 of what I'm going to call red cabbage, although the miserable devil in the market was adamant that they weren't red cabbage. No es col rojo, so that's not red cabbage, just I know that much. He did try to explain to me what they were, but you know, no entiendo is my favourite phrase, which means I don't understand. Other types of cabbage. So, what was it, 15 brassicas, let's call them. 5, 10, 20 brassicas. Hello Frida. 6 strawberries. Goodness knows how many onions, but quite a few. And 20 broad beans, so that little lot. Oh, and a net of garlic. I don't know how many garlics that is. 500 grams, I'm guessing. Oh, a kilo. 10 euros that little lot cost me. So, guess what I'm doing for the rest of the day and probably tomorrow. Planting of them is not a big job. Just preparing the beds is the job. What I've been doing, because the ground is still, well, devoid of any, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember the word I'm looking for. Loam, is it? Anyway, basically left to its own devices, my dirt turns to concrete, so it hasn't got any organic matter in it. So all the greens that I'm pulling up, I'm actually just scattering them on top of the beds, so that'll rot down and give some organic matter. You can see some I did here a few days ago is rotting down. Now I have already planted, I think it's 10 cabbage in this little bed. The insects eaten every last one of them. In this bed there are still a couple of survivors. I've had to resort to we're trying to be organic. Well, we are organic, but as a friend of mine makes a good point, do you want to feed the insects or feed yourselves? So obviously I'm not here to feed the insects. In fact, they don't need any encouragement, they're feeding them blinking selves. So we are on occasion using we are on occasion using sulphur. Now apparently sulphur is organic. It's not sold or marketed as being an insecticide, but all the local farmers only swear by it. They use it like deodorant, and it does seem to limit the damage. It's quite expensive though, so you got to add up what you spend on crops against what it costs you to buy the fruits of your labours, basically. So I can use sort of €5 worth of sulphur, not very long at all, and I mean one, maybe two applications. So I'll keep going with it for the time being. So anyway, I'm gonna try and clear some more beds. I think I'm gonna put the broad beans in first. Are they ready to go? And I've got somewhere for the strawberries to go. Seems strange for me anyway, as a Welshman, planting strawberries on Christmas week when the weather's got cold. But he was doing a roaring trade in strawberries today, so well, they're good for anybody else, they're good enough for me. The idea is that straw will suppress the weeds, retain a bit of heat, retain a bit of moisture, and if I can keep the green mulch that I put on damp, then it'll rot quicker and improve my soil. Because the downside of it is it creates a good habitat for pests to live in, not just insects, mice and the like. But in honesty, improving the soil is my main ambition at the minute. And especially fond of broad beans either. Keep saying it, neither am I. But apparently they're very good for the soil. Well, that's the easy ones done. I only lost 2 trowels. Goodness knows how I can lose 2 trowels. Anyway, time for dinner. It's been about 3 weeks since I started putting clips together for this video. And one of the first things I said in that opening was that I was going to clean this bed here first. Well, that bed there remains uncleared. And then it was Tuesday I filmed last after I'd been to the market. Now, I couldn't find my sulphur on Tuesday, and then some neighbours turned up with a problem with a car, so I ended up looking at the car for the afternoon. To be fair, they did bring me a freshly cooked chicken and some fresh bread, so I can't moan too much. And then yesterday, Wednesday, I was in school. So school, funny how I've gone back to the exact method of dealing with school as I did when I was, well, in my early teens. I sat at the back of the class, be very quiet, hoping not to attract attention and make a fool of myself. I wasn't very good in school, and I think yesterday's lesson was about conjugated verbs in the third person. It went straight over my head, if I'm honest, but I'll keep trying. So today I went down to buy some soufre or sulphur, and as I was standing turning my camera on, I found my original bag of sulphur that I couldn't find on Tuesday. So let's see what damage the insects have wreaked since Tuesday, today being Thursday. That one's okay, you're okay. I don't think I planted any more in there. This one been eaten at the base. Yeah, that one is they seem to razor them off where they come out of the ground. So that one gone. one is okay. Well, we've lost a couple by the look of it, so I'm going to put some sulphur on them and get on with planting my garlic, I think. Last year's garlic crop, we had plenty of quantity. This is rock hard horse manure. We had plenty of quantity, but the quality was poor. Now, I've done a bit of research since, and apparently garlic doesn't respond well to crowding, so I'm spacing them out a bit better this year. I'm going to try and put them in a reasonable uniform fashion. I think that's quite enough excitement for anybody. I was hoping that I'd be able to get the garden tidy in one episode, but it'll go on for hours and hours and hours if I do, and I'm sure it wouldn't make very good watching. I do what I can do. So the sun is still quite high, but the dogs are getting restless. High management is in the UK, so there's fires to make and tea to make, beds to make, so a woman's work is never done. So I'll leave you get on. The Spanish radio has just started playing Christmas songs. That's getting on my nerves. That's another reason to pack in what I'm doing. Anyway, adios, hasta luego. Not quite orange picking season yet, and the winds have been playing merry hell with the crops. They're all over the floor, but pigs eat them. You can see where the pigs have been digging, or the habali. Still a little bit on the sharp side, but I'm getting my vitamin C intake. Now that field there is, I'm not sure, mandarins, tangerines, whatever, certainly smaller, and these are ripe. Now the owner of this field was very brave and he cut them all the way back to stumps. Look, mind you, he's got all these fields of, well, let's call them tangerines, mandarins, clementine. These are all oranges. Well, whatever they are, I'm getting my vitamin C intake. Presumably he's cut these to promote new growth. But I have a feeling that he's actually grafted these in. They don't look like, well, certainly that one looks like a graft. That one looks like a graft. That one is part of the original tree, I would say. Failed. You can see this is where he grafted his scions in. So 2 out of 4 worked. All this field's already been harvested. I say field, orchard. You obviously missed these ones. Frida wants her dinner. She's walked and she's walked and she's walked today. She's had enough. When you, Frida? Where's your sister? Bella! Come on. Good girl. Good girl. These are all our friend Paco's almondres, his almonds. You can see he watered these last week. He was out here watering when I went out with the dogs in the morning, and he was still out here watering with the dogs in the evening. We managed to avoid him in the evening. We could hear his singing somewhere. He was over the other side. Frida, wait! Frida! Wait! You can see Frida is not quite as energetic as her sister. Our sister is out looking for someone to chase. Frida is using her nose. Come on. Wait! Good girl. Good girl. Heel. Come on. Go, go. Go on. Trouble is, Frida killed a rabbit somewhere here this morning, and she's itching to go and finish eating it probably. Which is why she's probably going to disappear on me any minute now. Maybe not. The sister's back. Wait! Come on, let's go. Frida, wait! Go, go. Both dogs are gone now. Just as I would have you believe that I was an ace dog trainer. I hear them. Come on, Chunk. Where's your sister? Where have you been? Come on. Let's go. Well, no rabbits were injured in this evening's walk, and we didn't bump into any habali or wild boar. Thanks for watching till the end.